So, Shedeur Sanders had his second start of the season yesterday, and it pretty much went how I expected it to go, with a rookie quarterback on a trash team that was going against a team that's in the hunt for the playoffs. With a great defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh, I expected the shit to go that way. You had some great moments for Shedeur, but the Browns are trash, so they played trash, put him in some bad situations. And I'm sure there are some things that Shedeur felt he could have did better to pull his team out of that hole, leading him to say things like, I just gotta be better overall, I gotta be able to rally everybody together when adversity is hitting. Now towards the end of the video, we're gonna check out, some film breakdown of Shedeur Sanders and his performance of last game. But first, we're gonna tap in with some drama coming from Dillon Gabriel's Fiancée. But before we do that, man, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe if you're new. By the way, YouTube has this dope feature that you can go ahead and collaborate with 2 different channels. This video is collaborated with my sports channel, All Ball. If you just want sports content from me, man, hit this right here, and then you can just subscribe to All Ball exclusively for sports content and updates. But okay, Dillon Gabriel's Fiancée was on TikTok doing her little dancey dance or whatever she does. But she posted this and says, Browns lost, what's new? Laughing. First of all, don't post shit like that, man. Don't post shit like that. Because for one, I wonder if you was posting shit like this when Dillon Gabriel was actually starting quarterback and they was losing. And if you was, that's still horrible. Like, what type of shit you on? Someone responded to her saying, that little comment you made right there is disgusting. The way you're openly racist is so weird, and you wonder why everyone cheered when little Dillon got a little headache and was afraid to play. Nobody in that locker room respects that little dude. She responds saying, actually everyone in the building wants him to play, but you wouldn't know that because you've never played in the NFL or been a coach, right? So immediately, first thing that happens, boom, 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 Dillon Gabriel's pillow talking. That's the first thing that happens when someone says some shit like this. He's pillow talking, and it pushes the narratives. Y'all know the narratives that the front office or the coaching staff, whomever, doesn't want to give Shedeur Sanders opportunity. So they kept running Dillon Gabriel average ass out there on the field, despite Shedeur being there. Now, people have been saying Andrew Berry, the GM, has been trying to make moves behind the scene to force Shedeur to be in position to play, and he obviously finally got a chance a couple weeks ago when Dillon Gabriel got the concussion and was in concussion protocol. Now moving forward, the next game for sure Shedeur Sanders will be starting, but just seeing things like this pop up is crazy. Now folks are giving pushback. They saying it's not only Dillon's team or Dillon's family. Dude right here says, mind you, Shedeur Sanders' family is on this app liking posts calling for the head coach to get fired. So far, neither of these rookies quarterbacks have been worth the baggage and headaches that Browns fans have had to endure. I disagree though, because at the same damn time, the Browns gonna suck because the Browns suck. Y'all talking about headaches, but shit, y'all got eyes. Eyes bringing money. And the fans also have some type of excitement to this damn season. Just because Shedeur Sanders is there. Like, at least y'all being talked about. Other than this, nobody hanging around for the Browns, man. Fuck out of here. But when called out for lying, dude post this right here with Deion Sanders Jr. allegedly liking this, saying, I'm officially on board. Fire Kevin Stefanski and start Shedeur Sanders. If he can turn it around and win games for the Browns, it's worth a shot. And I don't want any excuses or coaches getting in their way. Great quarterbacks will win games regardless, right? So yeah, I don't like this either, man. Y'all just stay out of the way. Stay out of the way. Don't become an issue. But at the same damn time, Shedeur Sanders has been doing his best to fill these type of things. Last week, he stood up for Dillon Gabriel and his fans bashing Dillon.
I'm extremely thankful. Well, first, let me say this. When Dillon out there playing and all that, I appreciate the fans, I appreciate everybody, but it don't really, I'm a good person overall, so I don't really like him not feeling comfortable, confident, when he get out there. So, it puts everything in a tough spot, and it's not helping the team, so that could be taken as, okay, I'm being a distraction, even though I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that, but I'm thankful for the supporters, thankful for the fans, thankful for everybody out there, that believes. And yeah, when I got out there, I definitely felt them. And, I'm truly thankful for it. And yeah, I'm just thankful that I'm out here. I'm thankful for the opportunity, thankful for seeing all them 12 jerseys out there. And it was a great feeling.
This week when Kevin Stefanski was criticized for his 4th and 1 call within their own 30-yard line, That shit was crazy, I ain't gonna lie. And there was a fumble in the play because Fannin Jr. wasn't able to control the snap. The tight end trying to do a tush push type shit. So that right there calls for some questions as far as the play call, and Shedeur responded like this.
I mean, those 4th and 1, those 2 4th and 1s that didn't work. And did you like Kevin having the aggressiveness there, even backed up in your territory?
I mean, first, that's a rude question to ask. If I think, you know, it was a great call by my coach, you know.
Do you like the aggression? Like, do you like the call? Like, do you like?
I like being out there playing. so whatever that comes with, it comes with. You know, like, you know, we not gonna be here and ever point finger at no coach or do anything like that.
So despite what's going on, Shedeur trying to do his best to make sure he's not fanning the flames, all right? But his presence is his presence. But let's talk about performance shit. Shedeur's performance was interesting. Now, the playbook looks very vanilla, but Stefanski's offensive philosophy is run the ball, don't turn the ball over, have a strong defense, keep the game close, make as little mistakes as possible. So he's not a pass-heavy guy. When he first got there, Nick Chubb was the offense. Now Quinshon Judkins is the offense. So the offense is vanilla in the first down place. So what they want from Shedeur is short passes, move the sticks, stay ahead of the sticks if you can. But what it results in with not that great of a team, what it results in a lot of times is them being behind the sticks and run, pass the ball on 3rd down. In my opinion, I would love to see more play action. For as much as they run the ball, I don't see as much play action as I would love to see. When he drops back to pass, it's either a screen or you know he's dropping back to pass because it's 7+ yards to go on 3rd down. All right, so I've been seeing people talk about the game, and I'm not the type of person that's going to be just all glory for someone that I like. I like hearing ways that they can grow. You feel me? I want to see how their story plays out. So if they don't have the best game, I'm trying to figure out, okay, so how could they improve? So sometimes I go searching for criticism coming from a fair place. You feel me? So here we have a former Browns DB and 49ers DB, Tyvis Powell, and he gave what I think is a pretty much fair assessment.
What is your assessment of Shedeur Sanders yesterday?
I just feel like he didn't do enough. You know, I think that I feel like Shedeur right now. So coming into the year, coming into this year, everybody was all about why is he not playing? Why is he not playing? And after just doing some digging and talking to some people around, you know, that's been in the locker room, that's played there and all these things, you know, the assessment that I got from him was, you know, he's not doing a great job of going through his progressions and he's not seeing the field clear or quick enough, you know. And it's funny because I was like, oh, yeah, well, that definitely won't get you on the field. So we see, boom, he gets his opportunity to get on the field. And we see the Ravens game, they blitzed him. So he didn't have a lot of time to process things, to get the ball out quick and all those things. So that was an absolute disaster. Then you give him the Raiders game. The Raiders game, he looks a lot better. He looks more poised. You see guys start to make plays. Okay, maybe he's figuring something out. You know, by any means, it wasn't perfect, but it was like, okay, maybe he's figuring some things out. But it still never really has been a point where you've asked Shedeur to take a 5-step drop, hitch up, and throw the ball. Like I've never really seen it. It's always a little bit of hesitation, a little bit of improvisation on some of his best plays. And I think that's the processing part that the person that gave me the information was talking about. Okay, he's not seeing it. He's not. So that everybody asks, what's the biggest difference between him and Dillon Gabriel? Dillon Gabriel, if you tell him to take a 5-step drop and get rid of the ball, if he's not blocked by his offensive line, he will do just that, right? And I think that's the biggest difference between the two quarterbacks right now. He has to do better at playing on time. And I think that's the one thing that was holding him back. And I think that's the thing that's stopping him from going to the next level, because I think he throws a really good ball. I think he has the way he commands the offense, the way people believe in him. He has all of those things. Now he has to really iron out just the simple play-to-plays thing where it comes to diagnosing the play on your drop, going to the place where you're supposed to go on time. If he does that, I think he could be as good as anybody in this league. But right now, that's, to me, what's holding him back from being considered a quarterback of the future for many, many years for the Browns.
All right, so I said this in the preseason after seeing Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur play. Dillon Gabriel is much more of an on-time player. He's going to play within the script. He plays on time. But it does limit you. It's not going to be amazing. His arm strength ain't the best. Play calling going to be trash as hell. It's just gonna be trash as hell, man. Shedeur Sanders, though, Shedeur Sanders loves the big plays. He's not always on time. I don't know why, but he's not always on time. They say it's because he's not processing as fast enough. I don't know. He's a rookie, but that's what they say. But I do see some times when I'm like, okay, bro, if he hits some people out of their breaks, makes quick decisions, then they may have signs to make some plays, or you can create your own short yardage situations if it's just a catch and a stop. You feel me? It was several comebacks that he was kind of late on. A couple out routes that he didn't make quick decisions on as well. I seen a dig route that he didn't hit exactly on time that turned into Jerry Jeudy cutting the upfield, and then the wind took over, so he missed on a deep throw when it was really a scramble drill at that point in time. So yeah, there are some things. Let's go through this footage though. I want to look at his reaction with Chase Daniel. Chase is a former NFL backup quarterback. He had a pretty fair assessment of Shedeur's game last week, so I trust him to be fair and keep it real right here. Let's see what we talking about.
All right, Shedeur Sanders, man. Didn't think he played as well as he did last week, but also this San Francisco 49ers defensive front, they brought a lot of different pressures. They give him a lot of different looks. I mean, look at this. There's 8-9 guys within blitzing. So this offensive line, I don't think that they played great. And I honestly, Shedeur, you're going to see he didn't play awesome as well. This is play 5, and this is the one that everyone's talking about. Did Jerry Jeudy, did he stop running? Did he not? It's up for you to say. But here's my thing. Judy's sideline interaction with him where he went over there and was in his face, I don't think that's great, especially for a rookie quarterback to have to deal with. Shedeur here does a nice job of sort of buying time. Here's what's going to happen, right? You're going to run a through route. You want to take this safety out of there. This is 18 yards, and you can hit it versus man-to-man coverage. If you have man-to-man, you can do it, right? You have an out route right here. This is free access only. So if Shedeur wants to throw it, make sure he's off. He could have taken that. And then the number 1 receiver in this entire thing, it is Jerry Jeudy. He's going to go out and then break in. I think he has maybe an option route. He can sit or break in. And so you want to read it high to low, right? 1 to 2. Pretty simple. They give him simple reads all day long. And Shedeur, for the most part, threw for a lot of passing yards, but here's one where they're doing, right? This is difficult. So they got 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, but they're dropping both ends and they're blitzing down the middle. Something that isn't too familiar, and they just tried to do what the Ravens did to Shedeur and throw the kitchen sink at him a couple weeks ago, right? If you're there, you might be able to throw this there, but everything is covered. So what do you do when everything's covered? You buy some time, right? And just a missed throw right here. And look, I don't know if Jeudy stopped running right here. He's running pretty high, but anytime there's 2 guys in the same area, it's just not good. I thought Shedeur did a good job on this play, in particular, of buying some time. And when you buy some time, you allow stuff to get thrown down the middle of the football field. He's moving a little bit. He sees this. He's moving a little bit this way. I just want him to see him come back and go straight. That's all it is. You get your back out, right? That's a good pocket. 55 right here. Complete pancake. But that's it right there. That's where you want to hit. And man, if he hits that, I wonder how different this game is. Honestly, it's just throws it too far. I don't think, it's anyone's fault. However, you got to hit this, right? You got to hit this. They're just not on the same page. They haven't played enough. He has angles going this way, and Jerry Jeudy throws it Shedeur throws it that way. So just a little bit of misunderstanding. All right, next play right here, 2nd and 8. All right, and they're getting in field goal range, and a lot of times in this field goal range stuff, Shedeur did take a few sacks. That's open, right? That's open right there. You got to throw it. And I don't know if he didn't see it because anyone's blocking, but that is absolutely open. Let's let it play out, right? You move around, you do a little bit of stuff, and just
see stuff like that. It's like it's not going to show up when you're watching the game in real time, and the casual fans is not going to see that as well. But yeah, like that would have coaches wondering, why did he let that go, and what is he looking at right here? So one thing I do see Shedeur does a lot that he has to calm down on is only looking for the big plays and not focusing on keeping the chains moving. That's one thing I'm saying he does a lot, bro. Let it go, let it rip right there. You got it. You got it. I think he's thinking this guy's baiting him, but still, let that shit rip, bro. It shouldn't have come to the point in time as far as him looking off, looking away from it. Let it rip. send a guy to this area over here.
Play out, right? You move around, you do a little bit of stuff, and just not a good throw.
I think at some point in time, Shedeur was trying not to throw interceptions. The chances he would have took previously, he's trying to not turn the ball over. That probably was a point of emphasis from the coach as well. They probably want him to not turn the ball over. Don't do this, don't do that. And that can get into a player's head, knowing that you don't want to get yanked, because last week, Dillon Gabriel wasn't coming back. He was out. This week, he's right there, ready to go. There was a point in time when Shedeur was hurt for one play, had to come out, and Dillon Gabriel came right in and threw a hospital ball to Quinshawn Judkins. That shit was crazy. But Shedeur came right back in and said, hey, they got me back in, Dillon. And it was an interesting interaction, but he knows Dillon Gabriel's right there to come if he fucks up, which would be crazy because Dillon Gabriel was never in that position when he started the game. He was allowed to make mistakes. So I think that could get into players' heads. I know it gets, playing football before, I know it's a thing that can get into your head like, damn, I made my way onto the field. I don't want to mess this up. And sometimes you play a little bit, hesitant. So he has to not feel that way. He has to feel like, I could let this shit go. I could let this shit rip. But I don't understand what was his process right there for not throwing that ball.
Here's what they're trying to do right here. I actually really like this. You start in a 3-by-1 formation all the way down here, and you're going to motion him over to be the go route. And then what we're going to have here is called a sail route. Sail the over, sail, S-E-L-L, sail the over route, then sail, S-I-S-A-I-L, spelling test, right there and sit into the zone. And then you're going to have an, that's the route right there. You're going to have an in route. So you want to go 1 to the sail, 2 to the flat, 3 right here. It's a pure progression read. It's a very, very good play design. And
that throws me off. Like if 1 is the sail route, that means the go ball is just a clear out. Why didn't he throw it? Why didn't he throw it? Did he not trust to throw it in that window? I would say this. They're throwing in the wind. They're throwing in the wind, and that wind close to this goal line is a little funky. It's a little weird. I seen a couple field goals that got a little weird. So maybe that's the reason why.
And this one for sure, Shedeur just misses it. I mean, he's got to see this. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a clean pocket. I like the fact that they move the pocket a little bit right this way to try and get these guys there. But in between there, that dude's open. Got to hit it. And a really nice play versus quarters because you get your speed and your best guy on the safety. He's got to say, hey, I don't want to get run by. Right there is open. We'll see from Shedeur's view on what he saw. But this is a big play right here. Then they bring their guys in. So you're going to fake it. You're going to half roll. And that half roll will get these guys just to go a little bit that way. But more importantly, I like how they're formatting it to get 27 on Jerry Jeudy, right? Just doing that right there moves him. He's looking right at him. And he's settling versus zone. And I don't know if this was it where, Jeudy got, but you're going to see over time, right? You got to get him the football, but also don't show your quarterback up. Just not seeing it. Got to let that go right there. That's wide open in the NFL. Just throws a little high, which I'm fine with because he would have got blown up. Let's see it again from this view, right? Let's see where his eyes are. His eyes are everything. 27, remember, he's the key. Jeudy's coming at him, selling the sail route right there. Boom, right there. Let that thing go, right? His eyes are looking at the corner outside and then goes to him. Got to let it throw.
Yeah, he thought the corner was baiting him over top.
Got to get it going. High throw right there is fine. He would have got blown up. All right, next play right here, 2nd and 11. All right, what are they doing defensively, right? Are they playing man? Are they not? If you know it's man-to-man, which I think it is right here, what is your man beater? There's a free safety high. Hey, if something's not open, I can take off and run. I can do all this stuff. Okay. And this was a little bit of interesting luck that this wasn't intercepted. I mean, they're just running 4 verticals. The right tackle is pretty soft on there, but it's a big play down the middle of the field. And what they're doing, if you know it's man-to-man, right, you're running a all-go special route, which means a dropout. It's just 4 verticals with a dropout to the field, meaning a comeback. Here's where you want to start. If you know it's man-to-man, here's where you want to start. You want to start on the middle seam right here, and then you want to go to this seam down to the back. That's it. If you want a one-on-one matchup right here, you can absolutely take that. That's an alert. So that should be your read. Here's what happens, right? 44 is open. I thought he should have thrown this first. That has your best chance at being able to catch and run. They're both running comebacks or Harveys right there. But if it's man-to-man, I would take my tight end on a linebacker all day. Yes, this is a very good route, but it's such a a difficult throw between these two, and obviously the ball gets hit. So I thought he forwent his number 1 read, which should be right here. And it's 1 rat. So 1 rat tells you, hey, I have outside leverage and any in-breaking routes could work as long as it gets around that. So I want to see Shedeur's eyes start right here. That should be the number 1. If he doesn't throw this, then it's 1 to 2. Also doesn't help that your right tackle Conklin gets, see, he starts right there, but he starts right there taking this safety.
Yeah, that was interesting though, because he had that wide ass open. Playing Monday morning quarterback though, but he had that wide ass open.
Okay, but that's open, right? And he needs to take that. He doesn't. And I don't know how he completed this, but it was impressive. Maybe the arm strength, maybe I don't know what it is. But a little bit of luck on your side. Let's see where his eyes are. I think his eyes are starting down the middle of the field to hold number 27. And by holding number 27, he's able to throw the seam. But I'm going to tell you right now, when they start this film review, everywhere I've been, that's just number 1. He goes on to number 2, and he'll learn. All right, 3rd and 14, long distance. What's the number 1 thing you don't want to do? The number 1 thing you don't want to do on 3rd and 14, you're probably not going to get it, is you're on field goal range. You cannot take a sack no matter what. I don't care what it is. I don't care how it is. That's one thing you want to do. They start the tight end outside to see if it's man zone. We know it's zone, right? You're taking a shot. You can't do that. This might be the worst play of the game for him because he knows he's in field goal range and he's trying. Look, he's trying to make a play. However, I actually really like this. You're going to motion in. You're going to run pretty much a hitch route. You're going to run a deep cross route, which is 18 to 22 over top of it. And then you're going to take the top of it with a post. That's an alert. This is number 1. This is number 2. You're trying to get, here's what you're trying to get. You're trying to get these 2 defenders to jump down on here. You're trying to take this post and have these 2 defenders go with it. And then you're trying to get this guy over here. However, this safety plays it well. And this play takes a long time to develop. And when you're doing that and you're feeling the pressure right there, right? He's going back all the way over here. You just need to throw that. I think this is that. Live to fight another day. Don't make a bad play worse. And that's something any rookie quarterback's going to struggle with. Let's see it from this view. All right. So that's the whole play concept. The deep cross has to beat this guy, right? I wouldn't mind if you come back here and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to throw it to you. Okay. Or take a shot at the post, which you can't do. And even though they get, boom, boom, 75 has to stay connected a little bit better. That's a tough pass rush. You can't take a sack right there. All right. Let's see it from this view, right? If he does it early in the game, just throw it right there. Throw it right there. I know you're trying to, but look at where this guy's at when you're trying to get him over the top. He needs to be over there. Just the route spacing and the combo. Ultimately, this falls on the quarterback. All right, next play right here, 2nd and 9, right? Got a 5-man front. Got to understand where this guy's at. Okay, is it cover 0? No, it's just quarters. It's the low quarters. They're begging him to throw the football down the field, and this is what he does. Best throw of the day. I think it's the only completion on this drive. They were running the heck out of the football. And this is a pretty simple route concept. When these guys are flat-footed, it just helps these guys get a lot more depth, meaning, hey, let's clear this out. Let's have this corner and go with a flat in there. You want this post to take away these 2 guys. And then you want this sloppy corner and go to get lost, right? You want to put this guy in peril, in conflict, excuse me. You look down here, and then you've got to make sure you throw this football before this corner sees the throw and falls off. So I thought the arc on the throw was great. I thought he did a really nice job buying time. These are the type of throws that make me think, hey, he has something in the NFL because
the same thing because he missed Reese earlier, but he makes some more other plays. So it's like he can do it. It's the consistency that you want from him. But that's what comes with a rookie quarterback. He can do it.
It's there. It's a great play design. Yes, all this stuff. But you see how he steps up in the pocket right there too? That's awesome. 27 is looking here, and as soon as he goes out, he's like, hey, I got this post route. a perfectly called and executed play, and nice job by 44 getting in for Shedeur Sanders' second touchdown. But I think the biggest thing, we'll see it from this view, the biggest thing I like about this is, one, he executes it. Two, his eyes are in the right spot. And number three, look at this pocket movement up in the pocket, 2 hitches, and it's a slow drop. It's not a really fast drop, and you have to have a slow drop right here to let this play develop, and just pinpoint accuracy. It's a nice throw. All right, 3rd and 6, empty. I don't love empty versus this pass rush team. If it is, the ball has to come out. We got to do all this stuff. So you're getting into this trips bunch look, right? And there's really nothing here. I hate the route spacing and the combo. What I think is supposed to happen is you're supposed to clear this guy out. You want this one-on-one with this linebacker right here on this out. That's number one. This dude who has to get over here, that's 18 yards, and this guy has a shallow cross. So you're bringing everything on this side of the field. I just think the route spacing here is not great, right? You can't throw that. I like it. You have to get over here, right? And you have to get over here. Look, he's already at the back of his drop. And these are the problem with these, and I don't really love it for anyone. A lot of teams do it. You're comboing 3-step footwork, with a 5-step drop. So that means you have to throw this on 1, 2, 3, or like a hitch, and then this isn't and hasn't had chance to develop. So watch this, 1, 2, 3. He hits his back foot. This shallow cross should be completed here. He's there. This deep cross should be completed here. He's there. You see what I'm saying? So it just takes a little bit longer to develop 3-step versus 5-step. I don't like it. Catch the ball. And I think that was why I wanted to break this down, is like, hey, there's a lot of teams that do it. You pair 3-step and you pair 5-step. And this could even be, say, hey, 7-step, because you really have to stretch your drop down to let this develop. These guys just aren't over here, right? And just catch the football. All right, next play right here. I just wanted to show this because I thought this was ridiculous. What are we doing, right? We're trying to go tush push, and then you're fumbling. This is really the game-changing moment. They get this ball. They end up scoring. Shedeur's like, what's going on? I mean, there's not a lot to break down right here. You have a tight end taking it, and I'm sure they practiced it. They did all this stuff. This is why only the...
Damn you, Shedeur, for having us watch the Cleveland Browns, bro. Damn you, bro. I know you can't control it, but shit.
Eagles can run the tush push. I don't love this. I don't like a tight end under center taking a snap, and it just hits his hands. It just hits his hands. Watch right there. Just hits his hands and falls. And this is what changed the entire game. Can't have that. Can't have short fields. All right, next play, 3rd and 10, backed up. Man, just know when the...
This was after the kick returner caught the ball on the sideline and stepped out of bounds at 5 yards, 5-yard line. Like, the Browns being the fucking Browns.
Journey's over. This is going to be very difficult to convert, right? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that, right? And I think this is the one that Judy was a little upset about, because he is going out. He has a corner route right here. Judy's open. Like, he's open. This is a very, very much trust throw right here. And he's going to go across. It's literally 1 to 2. Just know on this, hey, it's 1 to 2. You have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hitch ball. And it's to the field. He has a strong enough arm, I think, to get it out there. He's already off him, though. He sees this. And anytime you see green grass, I don't care what he's doing, that's a throw right there. And I think this is what I think Judy is upset about right there, right? Understanding like, hey, man, like, I'm open. You got to let this one go. There's not a lot into it, right? You just got to let this one fly. And he takes a little bit of a weird drop. Let's see it from the back. So he's in between a 3 and a 5-step drop. This is a quick 5 or a big 3. Let's see it. 1, 2, 3. He almost ends it there, but then goes back there as well. He's seeing, and I get it, and rightfully so, he's seeing the rush. Like, this open, oh my gosh, that's open. Dude, let that thing freaking rip, or throw the shallow cross. There's a lot of guys open in this point, right? His eyes have dropped and have started rush watching. And this is play 46 in the game. He's lucky this one got out of the end zone, but there's 2 guys open on that, right? Let's see his eyes. Let's just watch his eyes. And I think for the most part, through the first 2 games, his eyes were good, right? He's reading there. You should know number 2's right there. You see how they bend down and they're watching the rush. Just got to get better at that. Got to drill that one for sure.
It's the big play, honey. if Shedeur doesn't fix that, it's gonna be a problem. The big play hunting. I understand that he's a rookie though, so second game starting, you understand move the chains, situational football. You understand that more the more you play, but he's big play hunting, trying to be the savior, bro. At this point in time, just catch rhythm, operate the offense. Number one, they open, hit the check down, let them see what they can do, bro. Like, don't do the big play hunting shit, bro. Once again, he's a rookie, and he shows flashes that he can get shit done, but he's a rookie.
All right, next one's 2nd and 20. Couple more right here. 2nd and 20. All right, never a good way to start. And he just checks it down. And that's fine because I think, you're getting to a point where, hey, this game's getting out of hand. However, you start this, you do a comeback, he's going, and then you have this in route with this underneath shallow cross route. You got to push the ball down the field. You're worried about throwing interceptions a little bit. I get that. But when you have something like that, I think it should be a 5-step drop to get him in better rhythm because he's there. He's 3-step drop, right? Timing up your drop to match your route. That dude's open. Freaking slang that thing, right? That's open in the NFL. So there's been 3 or 4 times right here where he's just, decided to check it down. It's 2nd and 20. You're going to have 4-down territory. So I just wanted to see him. I want to see him like let it go and rip it. You know what I mean? Like just rip this thing, get it going. Nice catch, but he has a guy open over top. All right, 3rd and 16, got 2 more plays. This is the very next play. When I say you got to push stuff down the field, you got to do it. They're playing this too high safety look. It's never good, right? And this is one I wanted to show because it seemed like the ball slipped or it floated. There's really not a lot of stuff open, right? He goes here. He has a post. If you want to be super aggressive, you throw the post. I'm okay with not being super aggressive right here. I understand. Hey, right? There's nothing open, right? Not there, not there, not there. This is when Shedeur's his best, was he can create and escape the pocket. And man, I'll show it from this back view. I just want to show this because I'm not quite sure what happened, but it looked like the ball completely slipped out of his hands. So you're going to go here, not open, right? Maybe it is, I didn't see it from that view, right? Stretch your drop a little bit more. Boom. And he's just got to take these tight window throws. So that's open to another another misread. But here's what it is. I think this ball comes unraveled, but I think it slipped. Let's see it from this view. Nice job by 16, not letting it get picked off. But at this point, you're finally taking shots down the field. You have to move the football down the field in terms of, hey, we got to take shots. We got to take it, right? 44 is open, though. 44 is open. Throw it, right? There's 3 or 4 or 5 times he's left completions on the field. All right, next play right here, 26-8. This game's pretty much over. Shedeur's announced a starter for next week against Tennessee. Just got to continually drill these things. It's only going to come when you're playing more. And look, here's another sack, right? This is 2 sacks, 5 missed throws, 5 misreads. Nothing's open right here, right? Covered. Just got to.
I think he can hit Tillman right here. Body him up right there.
Step up and move. And I think one of these things, he's shown enough to get an extended look because they want to see, hey, is he the franchise? Is he not? He has to be able to have this confidence to not worry about turnovers and just let these balls rip. And you cannot make bad plays worse. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching.
But all right, man, it's definitely room to grow. And I think he can grow. This is just 2 starts under his belt. He just needs the reps to go ahead and get more confidence. I think he has the ability. It's the confidence in the offense, the anticipation, the timing, and not give a damn about throwing picks and just worrying about a stat sheet. I know when you think about social media, how people gonna read off your stats at the end of the game. I get that. Bruh, just let it rip, man. Let that shit rip. Get your timing back on. Because, yeah, see, that's his main issue right now. The talent, I don't think it's an issue with talent. But for quarterback processing, it's talent. I'm rooting for bro, though. I want bro to kill it. Once again, I'm not going to be the type of person that comes to my platform and talk about certain things and just avoid talking about the opportunities for growth. And I think they are there. And like Dude said earlier, if he fixes the timing issues, then he could be just as good as any quarterback in the league. I believe that 100%. That's why I chose to play his his take on the situation. But hey, though, y'all let me know what you got to say in the comment section below. Shout out to Chase Daniel and what he had to say right there. And y'all let me know what you got to say. Once again, go ahead and subscribe to the All Ball channel for just exclusive sports content from me, man.